Hi, this is David Arama, and I'm here at the Great Outdoor Show to show you another technique of fire starting that you should never rely on. The technique of the fire bow, rubbing two sticks together. This technique goes back thousands of years, and it's also called creating a fire by friction. This will teach you why you should be prepared carrying a flint stick and waterproof matches, because this is a last resort. So there's several components to the fire bow. There's the baseboard with a small hole and notch. There's a spindle, and by the way, I use the woods that are very soft, like basswood and cedar or poplar, and really dry. Then there's the bow to spin everything at supersonic speed, and this socket rock to hold everything together, although you could use a piece of wood for the socket or a bone or something else. Okay, so I'm going to carve everything so it's nice and rough, because to create friction, I need to carve this drill or this spindle so it's as rough as possible. Give it a nice rough edge. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now, of course, if I soaked everything in gasoline, it would work a lot faster, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try this for real here. There we go. Get it all nice and rough. That's great. Now, of course, thousands of years ago, they wouldn't start a fire each day. What they would do is start maybe one fire and keep the fire going every day and bury the coals and transport the coals. Only someone like myself would be foolish enough to be doing this every day for fun. So here we go. Now, roughing all that up. So I want to make sure that the hole in the baseboard is nice and rough, and also that we have a V-shaped notch carved right to the center, because what's going to happen is when I start spinning to create friction, the hot dust that's created will fall through the notch and create a hot red ember, and that's how I'll start my fire. So here we go. Carve that nice and neat. Make sure it goes right in there. Okay, I think we're ready. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit with a little bit of steel wool, otherwise this could sometimes take 1, 2, 3 days. So to get this to work within a few seconds, I'm going to cheat just a little bit. Okay, here we go. I think we're ready for action. So I take the spindle. I place this spindle onto the bowstring, which has to be really tight. There we go. Okay? I get rid of the knife so it doesn't end up stabbing. And I place the spindle into the baseboard. Then I take the socket and I hold the spindle down, but first I got to take some earwax and lubricate that spindle, because I don't want friction here. I want the friction to be contained down in here. Alright, and I put it all together. Now, sometimes this takes 2 or 3 tries just to get everything to spin. So I can use that, or I can use this one. Okay, let's try that one. Here we go. And I got to move everything out of the way here, so nothing gets in the way. Alright, here we go. Now watch it. You got to keep your eyes open here, because this could fly out. Okay, I think I see smoke. I gotta be careful that the sweat from my forehead doesn't fall in. Whoa! I'll tell you what, when you're done with this, you won't need a fire because you'll be warmed up trying it. Now, I'm gonna blow on that. Oh! I think we blew it out. Alright, attempt number 2 of the fire bow. Now, I gotta make sure this time that the sweat from my forehead doesn't fall in. I think that's what put it out last time. Alright, get the bowstring onto the spindle. Put the spindle into the baseboard. Hold it all together with the socket. There we go. Alright, now we're ready. Here it goes. I'm going to try to spin it first, hopefully. some smoke. Alright, who's got that lighter ready? Oh, I might not have to use it this time.
Yeah, you got it. Yes. Oh, I see it. I see it. Got it.
Alright, this time we lucked out. Okay, you gotta get that ember out of there.